All right, so I really don't have time right now because I'm just having lunch, and but I'm just looking. I'm looking at this chapter two that I read about half of it yesterday, and something that I'm loving about this series. I love that when we get a certain kind of concept, we often get it in twos or threes or even more. Looking back to the prologue in Memories of Ice, the brothers or whoever left him there, I'm assuming those were his brothers. They were just kind of flat. Like, you don't really think about them until you get to this point in this book, and now I'm just dying to learn more about this Sengar family. Now that's not the only family. We also have what's their last name? Hull, and we have Hull. We have T-Hole, which, come on. I can read these just fine, but these names. And then we have Briz. Bryce? Do we just call him Bryce? Briz. Briz. Anyway, we have that family too. And I am looking forward to finally, well, actually, we've had family dynamics now with Felice and Tavor and Ganos, but I like that we are actually seeing it while they are together. And really loving that. Really loving that. I think this is going to be a very tragic book. Now, I might be saying that because I kind of know where Troll's story ends up or going towards, at least that moment. But I'm thinking it's going to have some tragedy in it. But I'm hoping that there is going to be some reconciliation. We didn't get that with Felice and Tavor. I'm hoping that the same fate doesn't fall on these two other families. But I'm guessing that they are going to have a type of trajectory that is similar, or at least echoes, but goes in different ways, but similar sorts of things being kind of contemplated and having to be worked out. So I'm really excited. Now, I will get to a whole chapter two sort of thing sometime when I get the chance. I'm still sort of reeling on that look away to see. Last night, I couldn't get over that. I was just thinking about that. I've gotten, and this empty holds thing, I think, look away from the empty hold to see so you don't get blindness. That whole look away to see, though, it reminds me of, eyes to see. There was something once, I can't remember. It's like when something, man, what am I thinking it is? It's like being able to see something so clearly that not even your eyes can deceive you, sort of something like that. Uh, you know, I'm very interested. I'm very interested in this empty hold, and there's so many things that is just killing me. This flippin' series, I have this thing that I want to write, and I've been putting it together for 2 years. But this series is making me, in one regard, it's making me really, really want to double down in what I've been writing about. But it's also making me realize that there are some specific things I need to change in its. There's just some things I need to take to change with it. It's also giving me some hope that I can kind of do some of my off the wall things, and that there's a way of maybe expressing it in a way that isn't so info dumpy, but can kind of, it's just the perfect series for me to read right now, considering I'm trying to write this other thing. And, a lot of the people who I've been reading, really great authors, really great stories, but I just can't. I just can't, I can't write like that. And I'm not saying I can write like Steven Erickson either, but I like his method of delivery where he trusts that the people reading will eventually kind of understand. I don't know if that makes sense or if that was even worth saying, but I'm really looking forward to doing more writing again. Since starting this series, it's really gone way down, but I imagine once the series is done, I may have to take some time to kind of refocus on that on my own writing. So anyway, thanks again for showing up to these. They're kind of, I was thinking about it last night. It's so weird that people would come and show up and listen to someone talk about a book and stuff. And I don't really care about how many subscribers I get. That really doesn't matter to me at all because I don't really want to be super public. I like making people laugh, but I don't really want to be the Malazan guy or, I just, do you know what I mean? Maybe you don't know what I mean. Anyway, I want to write and I want to make people laugh and stuff, but it's so strange to me that people are actually tuning into that sort of thing. One thing that I do think is interesting is that rather than the subscribers and stuff, which are kind of trickling up, the number of views or the view hours or whatever is something that kind of I think is sort of neat, that people seem to be tuning into those long form things, which is really what I wanted to do on this channel. Tuning in and listening. So I don't know. Just wanted to thank you again. And man, I'm super into this series. Super into it. But it is taking away from a lot of other things that I need to balance better. So I will see you soon. And when I get a sec, I will continue on. I'll finish the second chapter probably tonight. And may have something to say, but I may just go into chapter 3. Who knows? I'm trying to do this in a way where I'm not super beholden to putting out a video if I don't think there's something specific that's good to talk about, which is exactly what this video that you're seeing is now. So I'm not even taking my own, I'm not even heeding my own advice or whatever, but I'm trying to just enjoy this book as much as I can. And if enjoying that book involves a video for a certain part or a certain chapter, I will do that. If I don't feel like it's worth doing, I will skip over it and I'll kind of lump in some stuff in a following chapter. Anyway, I'm rambling on, and I'll see you soon. See you soon.